Hey folks, and welcome to the Pipnotic Symposium for the 16th of October 2019. It's going to run through a bunch of pairs. We're going to have a look at some that we had. We had this one here yesterday. Tested. What area removed this? This one here. So we put this on yesterday. This is also in the video from yesterday. Worked out beautifully, so hopefully you managed to get your hands on that. So if we have a look at this, what's going on? Well, we have to find an area of supply or demand that removed opposing supply or demand. So you know what, we're going to stay on the 1 hour chart, okay, because I know you guys really appreciate these short-term things. Well, there's nothing here. Looking at what we can see here, there's nothing there. So we'll just go straight to the American dollar, Japanese yen. And so we want to look for areas that have been respected historically and then consumed by opposing order flows. And so if we look here, we can see that we had kind of an ugly one, but we had this here, which was tested once. We had some continuation patterns down here that were also tested once. It took it out. This one took it out. This one traded above it. And so our attention is brought down to this here. Okay, we'll leave that on there. I'm not going to take that. But what we have that is interesting is this one here, because price came here. Then it managed to move through. Okay, so that's an interesting one. I'll put that one on. Let me close the door. My son and his friend are making a bit of noise. There we are. So entry is 107.52. Plop that in there. I'm going to leave this in for a day. That looks fine just there. We can't really see what's going on yet because there's no opposing supply, so we'll leave that like that for the time being. Let's look at the pound American dollar. Go to the hourly chart. See, there's not a lot to see. Right, so we have to look for historically respected areas that are no longer valid because they've been consumed. So we had this one here, tested once, twice, and then it was removed. The area that took it, we'll put it here. This is the origin of the move, around here. And this one is gone, and so what area took that out? Oh, it's the one down here. Just here. Okay, so we've got that there. I want to see what's going on inside there. And so I'll do that. And I can see here that I like this one here down here. So I'd put 2 times the size, put my entry there, because this is kind of where the slingshot was pulled back before it released. So we can certainly leave it on. So I'll click off a few of these. I'm allowed 4. We'll get like a better price on each one. I'm allowed 4 of these, and I'll put 3 in. Doesn't really matter. Like that. So we have 1, 2, 3 here. We'll leave those in like that. Okay, so that's what we have there. And looking at these, I mean, I really like this one here. And this is kind of came to my attention just now, where we had this that was respected for a while. It was tested once, and now it's gone, and the area that did it is this one here. So I like this one even more than I like that one, so I could mark off like that. Matter of fact, we can move the white one down. I think that's pretty interesting. So I can take these beauties and move them down. Put this one there. We'll leave those in there like that. That's a pretty cool little micro area there. That's nice. Right, American dollar, Canadian dollar. So, zooming out, what areas were respected historically and then removed? Well, we had this. That was tested a few times, a couple of times. Poked down, released, came down, released. Now it's gone. What area is responsible for moving it? We have it over here. Here. We have that. Let's dig inside. First of all, let's see where we are. Okay, that's fine. Let's have a look where we are on the smaller time frames. I just want to see like a really clear pattern. I'd be fine with this, I think. Let's just not overcomplicate it. Let's leave it on the hourly. Find the let's see, this one, the closer, this is not within the range of the previous, so we have kind of like we have price doing something like this, where it comes down, moves sideways, goes up, moves sideways, and then leaves. So these are always quite nice. So we'll put the entry here, and we'll do 2 times the size about there, and we'll try that on the size, and we'll do the same as before. Put that there. So you can do this if you want. I'll move the stops around here. Cool. Then these will kind of, I don't know, we'll move them like this. Getting at least a 1-to-1 on those. Okay, so we'll leave that in there. Let's have a look at the Aussie dollar, American dollar on the 1 hour chart. First of all, what are we doing? Well, we're actually pretty low here, so you can see. Okay, we spoke about this trade. So we have, this is the Pipnotic area that was removed. So we want to find areas that are historically respected, then removed. We have one here. It's gone by this one here. It brings our attention to this one. Kind of put it like that. The reason I won't take this one is because we're already at monthly demand, and so I don't want to sell into monthly demand. So we'll leave that. You can see here. We're probably going to wriggle lower from here, but we'll just leave that on there. And look at that later. Look at the dollar Swiss franc. They're also pretty high. So where do we have some kind of clean stuff? Maybe on the 4 hour. Tested here, went down, tested here, so the buy zone is moving lower and lower. Yeah, there's nothing here that just looking at this, there's nothing here that interests me yet. We're still looking for areas to be consumed. Let's go to this one. So where do we have a bounce? We had a bounce here. This little one. And it's gone. What area did it? This one. So let's go down to the half an hour and find it. You can also see here, tested a bunch of times. This is the one that removed it. It kind of originated from the high of this here, so we'll move from the high like that, and we'll leave it at that. Okay, So I'm going to put in 5 microlots, 89.56. That was a big one. $89.57. Like that. Move these up. We can do one more. We'll do sell 89.58. Just a pip away from the other one. There. And here we have that. Cool. So we've got that going on there. So we'll leave it in there. Looking at this, has price been back to this area before? As it has. It's been here, here, and here. So I would feel more inclined to look a little bit higher. We have this one here. Just tested a bunch. The origin move that took it out is up here. So we'll, I don't know. We'll let's see what it looks like on the. I think that's maybe all right. This one took that out. That one's gone. We'll leave that on there. It'll expire within 24 hours anyway, so that's all right. So let's have a look at the dollar franc. So we had this tested. Now it's gone. What area did it? This candle did it right there. The origin of it is here. I'll take 2 times the size of that and I'll put that in. $67.02. Leave it at 1-to-1 yet. Test, cut through, so we could do something like that. The lows, we don't know. That's what we have there. So we'll leave that on there. Aussie yen. Yeah, well, this is tested and gone. Where's the origin move that did it? Right here. So we'll leave that in there. We'll do that one. This is just a continuation pattern. So this one didn't hold. This one held. Okay, so the origin of this move is here. So I'll put that in. Pending buy 72.57. Right. Yeah. So you got there. Got so humid in belly these past few days. It's crazy. So here we're kind of wriggling low. We're getting pretty close to these lows, which is important information. But we seem to be. Yeah, look at this. We had this low. It's taken out by this. Tested. We have this one here. Tested. Now it's gone. A little bit messy, so I won't touch that. Let's have a look at the CAD Franc. Well, we had, see where we are, wriggling higher. Okay, so we have clarity. Okay, so we had this. When price left here, we tested it and we made a new low. This one removed it. So I'd be keen on doing this. So I'll switch that on. That's 8 microlots. Oops. See, I'm going to put on a bunch of trades and I'm going to go through them one by one again, and I'm going to try and reduce the ones, so I'm only choosing the really nice ones, okay? So we'll be deleting orders again afterwards. Just want to do this pending. Buy limit at 75.03. Stop. 75.03. Pop. Yeah. We'll leave that there. Euro Kiwi on the 1 hour. So where are we? Pretty high, as you can see. What do we have? We have... Right, price tried to get down here. We didn't quite get there. Tested once, twice. Cut through. The origin of the move is down here, but price didn't get there. Will we get down there? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we've kind of already gone. And so we could look to places to sell, which will require that we look a little bit further here. Come on. Okay, don't have it on the 1 hour. I don't have data on the 1 hour, but we have it on the 4 hour. So here, look at this big turning point. This is the reason it turned, and the area that took it out, well, price has already been there, so the entry would have been here. See, tested here, so the entry would probably be around here. Okay, or, I mean, this is the only area that's formed below. Look, my son's smashing the place up there by the sounds of it. This one left, went down, and price came back to here, and then it left, and price has already been back to this high here. And so, that means price has to go higher. So if we look higher, we have this. It was tested, take an average of the lows around. Tested a few times. The one that did it is right there. I'll just move that whole thing there. Okay. Maybe like that, just so we make sure you don't get stopped out. And we'll leave that there. How big is that position? It's a baby. That's fine. So we'll put a slice in there. We'll put another one in a little bit higher. And we'll see what happens. And then opposing areas. Well, see, this is nice. Pop up, test. This one moved above here. I don't want to get too much into detail. We'll just leave it like that. Move this one lower. I'll wait and see what happens. Good. I'm going to try and get these a little bit shorter, because they're getting a little bit long, these videos. So, daily, we had this. Lower highs, lower lows, I like. This was challenged. What area removed it? Look. You can find the small areas as well. So we have this one here. It's taken out. The one that cut through it is right there. So my entry going to be here, about twice the size. This one's gone. Refresh. 3 microlots. It's 3780. Boom. You know, we'll leave that. What? Why did I do that? $37.80. Okay, there we are. We'll leave that like that. Kiwi. What's the Kiwi doing? Pretty low. And we're low. Yeah, notice here that we had tests here, right there. We moved through those. Test, test, gone. What area did it? Was something higher. So we're probably going to wriggle higher until we find the area that did it. And we can see here what happened. We had this one, which was tested. Now it's gone. What area did it? This one. This is the top of the green candle. Go to here. That's a nice one. I would be keen on taking that one. 2 times the size, like that. So I'd be cool about taking that. Okay, so let's try. This is on a big time frame, of course. Oops. Okay, so this one's gone. Yeah, I mean, if you look at this on the 4-hour time frame, it kind of jumps out at you, doesn't it? This looks like a nice area here. This one. We have no tests into this area before it was consumed, so no. So you know what? I'm going to take this one because I really like this candle where it removes. This is a lot of wriggling around from here. This is the high, 2 times that, about there. So that's what I'm going to do. This is gone. Goodbye. That's 3 microlots at 66.90. 3 microlots. So 66.90. I'm going to turn this, let it go for a week. Oh, it's already set for a week. Fine. Let that do. I'll let it figure out what it's going to do. I don't know what's going to happen there. Right. This one. So where we have some bounces. So we're moving, wriggling around here. We had some turning points here. Kind of tests price around. You can see like where's like a pullback that kind of pulls back. Sorry, the slingshots pull back to move through here. We had also this one here. Tested, and this is where the price left. So you put your entry to low. And then here, just tested, and this one. Well, this is kind of the move that went through. This is like the clearest swing before the consumption of the supply. So this is fine, but it's gone. So we'll do nothing. So we'll go to another pair. What do we have here? We had testing. Want something more spectacular than that. So we had this. Now it's gone. The area kind of caused that. It's like around here. So we could shoot for that. Let's have a look on the daily just to see if we have anything pretty there. Maybe 1 hour. Yeah, the 1 hour. I like this one better. because we had these levels here that were marked off as micro there, and this is the one that took it. So I will trade this one 2 times the size, a little bit more because it's a big one, and we'll leave that. So that is 6 microlots. Buy limit, that's correct. 80, 81, 80, 82. Boom, move that there. Target down here. We don't know what the target is yet because we can't see, so we'll leave it at 1 to 1-ish. Cool. Okay, so now let's go through and have a closer look at these. Okay, yeah, this is interesting here because we had this nice area that was taken out, tested, taken out by this one, and now this one took out this one here. But looky here, you can see that it's a little bit lower, isn't it? So this was tested, moved through, this one was tested, and then this one is the one that kind of traded above and beyond. So looking at this, let's delete you. We have this one, but yeah, it's a tough call. I mean, it looks like an interesting level, and the reason, you know what, the reason I'm going to leave that in is simply because we had the big wicks here, rejection, big wicks here, poking into this one, rejection. When price left here, this is where it went above. So this is a good enough one for us to keep. The pound American dollar, if we look at the hourly chart, yeah, we had a bounce there, price came here. Looking at this, this is simply not as clear to me as I want it to be when taking trades. And so these are going to go. I want to see those really clear ones like we can see here and here. And where was the other one? Not that one. And here. Okay, I'm not seeing that here, and so these ones I'm going to kill. I put them all and I go in and I compare them, which ones are clearer, and I'll close this chart. Let's go to this one here. Yes, so we had, let's put this on a bigger time frame. Yeah, so this one, you see, this is just really messy. This is too messy. I'll leave lines on there, but I'm not going to allow this one to stay put. I'm not going to take that. It's simply not clear enough to me. But I'll leave it on there. I'll go to the Aussie US dollar. What do we have here? Anything? We have nothing in there. But we'll leave this one on here, because this one took out this once, twice, almost went through, and this one went down. This one looks good. I like the price did this. We could go to the 5 minute and have a closer look and really dissect that area. You can see it very clearly, not in the 1 minute, 5 minute, or the 50 minute. And you can see here that yeah, you know what I mean? It's not very clear in there, so I wouldn't do anything. I'll mark off like this. I'll remove this, and I'll leave that, and then we'll see what happens. But it's not clear enough to me. Even though it looks like a nice clear area, we'll probably have a bounce there. I don't like that. I like that price kind of did that and then cut through. That's nice, but not good enough. Then we have this one. Okay, so price bounced here. Got some bounces there. Tests, went through it. This is the origin that caused it. Price came back there and left. Looking at these as well, I'm just not that confident. I don't have that really clear look that I want to see. Okay, this one, we have this. All these tests. This is where price went through. The slingshot was pulled back here. That's fine. I'm going to leave that one in. At the 6700 area, we're pretty close to it. And we have this one here as well, which is pretty interesting. Have parent, child, test, 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 test. This one poked through it, rejected. But this is the one. This is the origin. This is the accumulation that happened prior to the trading through that area. So I'll leave that. I like that a lot. Okay. CAD franc. Yeah, let's look. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? So we have, got to see in the smaller time frames. Yeah, see again, this is kind of messy, isn't it? So you can see that we have a lot. Let's have a look on the daily. I mean, there's no clarity there. No, I'll remove this, but I'll leave the rectangle on and we'll see. I simply is not pleased enough with the clarity of what I see here. And you can see that, yes, of course, there are areas in here that are interesting. It's just messy. I don't like messy, so I'll leave it. I'll take it off. I'll leave it in there and we'll see. Okay. Euro Kiwi. So we have, yeah, this is one where we went to the hourly chart, sorry, the 4-hour chart and analyzed it, and we found the departure. We like this one here because it tested this one here a couple of times and then it went through it. The price didn't come back there, so we'll leave that. Dollar, this one. So we had, let's clear on a bigger time frame. So we had this, kind of a messy one. Tested, went through. See, this is also pretty messy here. So we want to see clear cuts. This one's gone. Price tested it. Okay, let's move further over here. Testing, and this is the one that happened just below it. The origin is here. If we look at this one, yeah, this is the one. I just like the way price cut away from here. I really like the way price cut away from here. Okay, so I'm just going to take that. That is also the edge, the bottom of this demand. So support becomes resistance. So we'll leave that in there. That looks interesting enough. Kiwi, yeah, we had an area here, test. This one traded on it and then cut away. So we'll leave that there. We don't know what a target looks like. We have this one, which was in here. We can look at this. Let's have a look, see what that looked like. There it is. There it is. Right there. Okay. Tested. Did it go to this one? Tested, through. This is the origin. But looking on this time frame, it doesn't look that pretty, does it? So go to the 30-minute and look. Yeah, just not that keen about that area. I'll remove that one as well. We'll wait and we'll watch. This looks more interesting, but there's no, it didn't look like that anything here consumed too terribly much. If we look over here, we had this, but it was never tested by these. We want to see areas that have been respected historically and then removed. We have this, but I can't see anything. I mean, this just cuts straight through it. You know what? I bet you we have something right there. If that's the case, then this is a go. Let me look. We want to see the proof. Okay, here. So we have a little pause there, don't we? There it is. There it is. And this is the one that cut through it. Okay, so this is the origin of the move that moved price through it. So yeah, we can give that a stab. Again, we don't really care about the individual trades. All we care about is that most of our trades win, and then we have a good risk reward. Buy at 80, 81, 82. Actually, I remember putting this back on again. So like that. Okay. That looks maybe interesting. A little bit too many bars, but we'll wait and see. What we could do is go for the low of the green candle, which is about there. There. Okay. Cool. Let's have a look, see if there's anything else. It's also plenty of trades, I'd say. Messy. Messy. No, this looks okay. Okay, first of all, we had this. It's gone. The area that did it is, I don't know, maybe something in here. This is gone. The area that did it is here. Slingshot, release. So here, go like that. We'll leave that on there. Euro pound. Yeah, kind of overextended. Euro yen. Oh, this one looks interesting. No, thank you. Too messy. Pound, Australian dollar. You know what? That's plenty. I'm not even going to go any further than that. I'm going to leave it at that. We have a ton of trades in there. We'll keep around those, and we'll come back and have a look tomorrow. Thanks for watching.